Hello everybody, WildTracker here, and welcome to another episode here on my single player Let's Play world, my Wildcraft world. And yeah, as you can see, I am collecting some sand over here in the desert because we need it, because we're in new snapshots, which is absolutely awesome. Let's turn around and do this while we're talking. Yeah, so we've got some new blocks in the game. We're playing in the latest snapshot, which is snapshot 17W06A, and this is the first of the 1.2 snapshots. Sorry, 1.2, 1.12, 1.12. Yeah, so that means we've got new blocks, new features, new things, way things work. Deserts are going to become a thing of value. It's not so bad in a world like this. I've only really cleared out a little part of it, but we obviously need deserts and sand for glass, which is you know, that's a thing. We use a lot of glass, and if you know, on Nurid or on our Let's Play on our SMP server, where there's lots of players, we have cleared a desert bigger than this. It's just gone. And that's without the new blocks. With the new blocks, it's going to get worse for sure. Let's just head back over here if we can. The other thing that's going to become really important is this stuff under here. Gravel. Yes, gravel is definitely going to be something that we need a lot of. And thankfully, there's a lot of it on seabeds. So, you know, that's a thing. So, yeah, I think we're going to be doing work underwater now, because gravel underground, you come across it, but not in the quantity we're going to need with these new blocks. So, that is awesome. Let's just collect those few if we can. And then we're going to head back to our base up here, because I want to sort of have a look at these new blocks, have a play around with them, show you them what they're like, compare them to other blocks if we can. Where are we? Over here. I probably went into the ocean too quick, didn't I? So let's see if we can't get up somewhere high. High and fly. Fly and high. Fly high. Something like that. Right, let's get up here, because I think we've got another little bit of ocean to go across before we get back to our base here. Let's go. Yeah, not far. There we go. There's our beacon. There's our base. Let's come up in here if we can, and down. There we go. Perfect landing. So let's have a look at this new stuff. So the new blocks are there's Glazed Terracotta. Yeah, we'll look at those. But more importantly, there is concrete. There is concrete. There is, in fact, we better not do anything yet. In fact, we know we've got some dye. So concrete is basically gravel, sand and dye. So it's very easy to craft. We can craft it in quantities, and if I did that and had a stack of bone meal, it would give me 8 stacks of concrete powder, which is awesome, but we haven't got that much on us. So yeah, so we've got this concrete powder, which looks quite good. It's nice and bright. It's white, so that's really cool. Yeah, so this is what we're going to use to make concrete, and I can't really show it here, but let's just go around the corner here. Let's do it. Well, we can do it here, couldn't we? This is water. If we take this white concrete powder and if we place it in water, it turns to concrete. It turns to concrete, which is fantastic. I tell you what, I am really excited. And you don't have to drop it in the water, by the way. You could just place it in the water. That's doable as well. And you can also stack it like that, for example. And I believe you can pour water on it. So let's do that. Yeah. And it all turns into concrete. So you probably have to be a bit careful if you're using this without. I don't know whether rain affects it, actually. I imagine it doesn't. But that might be something worth trying at some point, is to actually see whether rain will affect it or not. But yeah, so we've got these concrete blocks, which is awesome. Nice white concrete blocks, along with the concrete powder. Now what they've done is they've actually brightened up all the wools in the game as well. So these reds are more saturated, more brighter, which I think is really good. So we can actually, and I think they've changed the texture of wool. So yeah, that it's close, but it's just a different texture, and that's quite nice, that as a texture, I think. They've definitely improved it. And the other thing as well is that if we compare these to other blocks we got in the game, then yeah, we've got like clay, but when we look at clay, I mean there's black hardened clay. Let's put black hardened clay down. That's not black. That's brown. It's not black. So yeah, whilst I use a lot of clay and I like clay in my builds, and I think we've got some great colours in there, it's not. So yeah, talking of clay, let's show you how we do this. So if we get some hardened clay, I don't think hardened clay on it works on its own. No, so you can see nothing's happening there. But if we get some dye, so let's get some black, I guess. I don't really know. Let's give this a try. Black round here. So we've got black hardened clay. We probably had that in our inventory, didn't we? I put it away, didn't I? Anyway, let's fire that up. And so a coloured clay will turn into something rather pleasant. Honest. Really pleasant. I think this one is not too bad. Of the ones that there are, it's not too bad. It's funky. But let me show you this. I was playing around with it earlier. I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Let's put some of these in our inventory. That is absolutely stunning. Yeah, they're definitely bright. I think you can sort of make patterns out of them as well, so you can sort of do stuff, turn them around, and yeah, and I think some work better than others. This one I could see in a floor with the right materials around it. But some of them, I could see that underwater. I could see a use for that. It kind of reminds me of sort of Roman, Roman baths and that sort of thing. But they are very garish, very bright. I guess that as a mosaic, yeah, I guess some people, my daughter Pixie Sparkle would love that. She would think it's the bee's knees. You got some orange. Yeah, so I think we've done the aqua, haven't we? Well, it's not aqua, it's cyan. But it reminds me of aqua as well. So again, that could probably go underwater. So I don't think these are as exciting, and I think there's been a sort of bit of a thing in the community going, I hate them, you've ruined Minecraft, and well, they haven't. They've added some blocks, and you either decide to use them or you don't. If you don't use them, that's fine. It hasn't ruined the game. The game is still there. It's still it's not changed. They've not taken blocks out. And yes, I would like lots more blocks. I would like slabs, and I'd like stairs, and I'd like those kind of things. But they haven't given us that yet. We ought to take this down as well. Let's just use our sword. Why not? So let's go and have a look at all the options available to us on the concrete. In fact, what we probably ought to do is, before we do that, is keep my head down here and sleep, because I've just prepared a little area with the concrete. I wanted to have a look at what everything looks like side by side. So, are you ready, guys? Down here, as you can probably see, there's something which is all the colours of the rainbow. So yes, here we have all the various colours of the concrete, with the new red, orange, yellow, green, well, lime green, dark green, and actually they're not bad. These as colours, that's quite nice. The cyans and the two blues and magentas and purples and pink, and again, Pixie Sparkle, she'd love that pink. She'd have a pink house. Everything would be completely pink. This is the white, and we've obviously then go into the greys, light grey, dark grey, black and brown. Now here's the thing, here's the test. So there's all those sort of bits in there that we've got. That's all the 16 dyes, so that's all the colours you can actually dye these things in terms of colours, and that's the same with the terracotta as well. So there's 16 versions of the terracotta. Right, block of quartz. So we haven't tried that, and white, and let's just try a few of these colours. We're going to need that probably. Let's just get these off the hotbar. I tell you what, the other thing they've brought out in this is the new hotbars. In creative, you can set hotbars and switch between them, so you can do a sort of shift 1, shift 2, shift 3 and all that, and you can save your hotbars. I want it in survival, please, because it would be so nice to be able to, even if you just had things laid out in your inventory and swap between that bar, that bar, that bar and that bar, because very often you want all your tools on your hotbar, and then you then want blocks on your hotbar. And just to be able to do a hot switch between them, say switch from tools to, I'd like that. So yeah, it's a new feature in the game. I'd love it if they could bring it out, please, in the survival as well as creative, because I think, yes, it's going to be very useful in creative, but I can see use for it in survival, and I'd like it, please. So let's put some clays down so you can see the difference between them. So this is the reason why I think they've brought them out, because clays are very much the same. It's just that they, yeah, in fact that's pink, isn't it? So putting that there is probably stupid. There's red, so you can see the clay is a more duller color, less shiny if you like. Cyan is this one here. Some of them are completely different. They're sort of dark versus that, and I think that's the purple. Yeah, so at least I think it is that magenta. Is that purple? Never tell. Yeah, so that's purple actually. So but that's more closer to that color. I guess you've got some that are going to complement each other, and then this is the pink. So they are very different, so I can see a need for it, because, you know, to have more options of color in Minecraft is a good thing, I think. We definitely need it. You know, you might want the duller yellow, the more mustard yellow, or we might want this brighter, more banana yellow, I guess. So this gives us a lot more color palette, I think, which is really, really cool. White. So that's quartz, that's concrete, and that's obviously clay. I mean, how they can even call that white, I don't know. I don't think I've got the black. Did I have the black with me? Black wool, black coal, and black clay, and then brown clay. Yeah, because that was the brown clay, which again is just a slightly darker version of it. Black clay, I don't even know what you're thinking. But actually, black coal is one of our options for black, and black wool is the other option. So this, although it's not pure black, you can see the texture in it, so it's not completely smooth, and I guess even clay isn't completely smooth, but from a distance it looks black, which is nice. So we don't have to use this with the horrible texture or the wool with horrible texture. We've now got a nice black, so I'm really pleased about that. But I'm not sure about this. It looked white until I did that. That looks more white, and when I had it down there, it looked white. But I think what it is, it's the way our mind plays tricks on us, because depending on what colours you have next to it, will warm it, cool it, and things like that. So, yeah. So I think on its own, it might be all right with the right blocks around it, but it's not white, and I'm a little disappointed with that, because, you know, it's like when you look at it there, you're going, yeah, that's white, but it's not. That's the same color as that, and you can see it's the same color. It's just depending on the block it's next to how it will actually appear, and that's kind of I don't know, my building sort of head. You see, that looks okay next to there. You know, so we'll probably be okay with it. I think we just have to be careful what blocks we use next to it, so it suddenly doesn't look sort of washed out. You know, that looks like my nice Fruit of the Loom white t-shirt that's been washed 600 times, and yeah, it's not white anymore. It's off white. It's been through the washing machine too many times. So maybe that'll get tweaked. I don't know, because obviously this is a snapshot and they are only just starting to do it. So I don't know. Yeah, interesting to see how the snapshots develop. So I'm not gonna rush out and build lots of things in this concrete. Just wanted to have a play with it at the moment and see how well it looks. But so far I'm happy. I'm not moaning. I am happy. I like this. This is good. this is awesome. Especially when you consider that the other block we've got to go with this is the glass. So have we got any stained glass up here? So we have. So we got some red, yellows, blacks, and even whites. So you know, as a color combo to give us options. Yeah. So and that is that kind of sort of color. I mean, that will absorb whatever goes in it. And again, we've got yellow. So it's more brighter on that one than that one, but supposedly these are more likely to match the concrete than they are anything else, I think. So we had black there as well, didn't we? So yeah, and again, so that's good. So you know, we've got the color combos. We can use those, which I think is really awesome. So I'm happy. I'm generally happy with the snapshot so far. I'd like to see more things added. I don't think that's going to be the whole thing. So not quite sure what theme they're going to be doing. You know, like we've had the combat update and the exploring update. I mean, what is this? The color update? I don't know. They've tweaked colors. We've added new color blocks. Yeah, I'd like it to be the building update. I really would like it to be the building update and more slabs and stairs introduced. I know everybody asked for it, and I'm really hopeful on that. So yeah. Now the other thing I want to try, now do I have anywhere in here, which I don't think I do. Let's get some wool, and let's get some sticks, and let's make some pretty pictures. Let's make some pretty pictures. There we go. We have got some paintings there. We've got 3 of them. Now where can we do this? We need somewhere with a fairly big wall. Let's do it here. So if I place this in the middle here, boom, it makes a 2x2. If I place it here, look at that. Okay, so depending on where you place things, if I place it there, it's only giving me a 2x2. So you've got to try and work out how it's working. But if I always place it there, I'm always going to get that size of picture because it's got the 4 blocks to use. What would be interesting is, have I got somewhere bigger than that? Probably outside. Let's go and is that going to be the same? So if we place that in the middle, yeah. So I think 4x4 is the largest painting anyway. I don't think there's a 5x5. No, so it's 4x4. So once you learn where these goes, so by placing, if you imagine you want a painting to go, say here, up 4 and along 4, then you need to place it there. Okay, nice and simple. If you want a 2, then if you place it there, well, that's a 4 because it can go. But if we placed a block next to it, this should be a 1x2. Yeah. And then obviously if I wanted a 1x1, I can cover it like that and then take these out, and I've got a 1x1. So it's really cool because now we've definitely got a way of placing all our paintings and actually not having to worry about it too much, because yeah, it used to be a pain where you have to rotate through not only the sort of all the million combinations, and I don't know how many there are, but you know, that's 1, 2, back to the same one again. You know, you're only having to look through the combinations of the size you want, and not sort of having to you know, go through that plus then a 1x1 and a 2x2 and a, you know, so you can soon come round to the picture again a lot quicker than you ever used to be able to. So that is really awesome. That's a nice update to do on there. That's interesting. So we can get those by only having 2 space above it. Yeah. So again, it's working that the 4 wide one is going 1 that way. So it's got that area. If we go here, is it only going to give a 3 or a 2x2? Okay, because there is no 3x2. Yeah. So I think once you work it out, it would be easy to. Oh, we haven't seen that one. It'd be easy to work out. So that's a 4x3. Well, that's interesting. Is with that there, it's done it differently. So let's take that away and see. Yeah, and that's a 4x4. So there is a 4x3, but you've got to do it not there, but how do we do it? There, I guess. Yeah, 4x2. So I think it's just one of those things that once you work it out, it's easy enough to actually you know, to make them. So again, another cool improvement that they've actually done. So to me, overall in this snapshot, I don't see anything too nasty. It's I mean, you know, the terracotta, it's yeah, I think I need to play around with it a little bit more. I think maybe what I'll do is make up clay of each color, and yeah, perhaps sort of try it out on a bigger scale to see what it is. But yeah, I'm not overly impressed by it. I'm not rushing to try this out. I think it's, yeah, it's kind of there, isn't it? And as I say, you know, you could probably find places to put it. You know, here wouldn't be ideal. It doesn't fit with the build. But you know, if you had some kind of, I can imagine a sort of, I don't know, a sort of a theme which might be built around sort of deserts, might have them, Roman, that kind of stuff, might have them in the courtyards where they might also have pools. So if you've got sort of pools in your, you know, gardens and things like that, as a decorative block, it'll have some use. I don't see a massive use for it at the moment. Yeah, that's for sure. So, but tell me what you think. What are your feelings and comments on this? Keep it positive, obviously. You know, what do you think about the updates? Do you like the terracotta blocks? Do you think they are absolutely awesome? I don't know. You might do. You might think they are wonderful things. So you know, let me know. Let me know what you think about those. Can we not open this gate? Do I need a free hand? Where's it? There we go. Yeah, so let me know what you think about the snapshots. What's your favourite blocks? Do you like the concrete? Do you like the concrete powder? Do you like the fact that we've got the terracotta? Do you like the paintings? Or you're a creative player and you just love the fact that you've got the new hotbar? I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, this carpet definitely looks brighter on the floor, doesn't it? That's for sure. Wool is looking brighter. Sheep supposedly look brighter. Banners look brighter. Which I think is a good thing in the game. I think it's more matching, which I think is important with the stained glass, with the other blocks as well. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know we had paintings down there. Did we have? I've just placed those, haven't I? I've just placed those trying to open the gate. Yes, I have. Oh well, we would change that. Actually, that's probably not a bad thing. If we can go there. He says getting distracted now. If we did that one there, for example, we could do that one there. Look at that. Look. We just found a new use for them straight away. Awesome. So all the best things are done by accident. That's what I say. So anyway, guys, yeah, leave me a comment down below. Leave me a like if you've enjoyed this video. And obviously, as more snapshots coming out, and as they become more stable and we know the features are there to stay, we will be building stuff in our world with them. So yeah, join me here next time on Wildcraft, my single player Let's Play world, and we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye.